Ready and go. It looks like it's Anford. Let's see what Anford wants. Anford wants us to play. Oh, wow. One of my friends would love this track right here. Oh, my goodness. I know that a lot of people are a big fan of this band, but you have to be. I think it's right up there with the Grateful Dead jam band thing. This is the band Fish, which I guess is progressive jam band, right? Is that such a thing? I don't know. I'm talking out of my shoe here, but the name of the song. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I fully blew it. It's not Fish. That's the name of the song. The name of the band or the artist is Mr. Scruff. God, I screwed that up really good, didn't I? Yeah, look at 1 a.m. already in with it. Just fuck. All right, here we go. Sorry. God, the UI on YouTube changed, so now my whole thing is messed up a little bit.
I expect you'd like to know about frogmen. Yeah.
I like this. What is this? Do tell.
They live on fish and catch them by diving onto them from a great height. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, gliding down through the dark green water. He could breathe underwater because he had amphibious nostrils.
You know what? I really like this.
On the way down, he passed hundreds of trout of different sizes.
I think the lucid, laid-back vocal, you know,
Trout are freshwater fish and have
the narrative there is so cool.
Trout are very valuable and immensely powerful. Keep away from the trout.
Why should it be that the fish in the sea are all unable to sing?
Just listen to me, young fellow. What need is there for fish to sing when I can roar and bellow?
Oh, okay.
Eating fish.
Not the internal clock that I had inside going in. This is very interesting. 1 a.m. It's a perfect opening for the stream, for sure. Maybe this was the post Fish Heads song follow-up.
Eating fish. Fish.
Yeah, I'm on the fact that they brought out a snare and kept the normal EQing of it. That's a nice little change up as well. Gives a little bit of brightness there. Ooh, I thought we were going to get into a little bit of a rap flex there. Like a Benny Hill or a Monty Python thing. It's what a perfect way to open up the stream. I thought it was, you know, the fact that you had said, Anford, that it was kind of, you know, somebody who had a good time just assembling samples and stuff. I thought it was very well done. I think for me, the choice of the samples were just very nice, kind of acid, jazzy, kind of, you know, with a lo-fi texture until the snare came in. At least that brought that up and got a little bit more of a sizzle into the mix. But I dug it, man. This is like, you know, for me to kind of get into the stream this way, this was a great glide. Thank you so much for bringing that in. All right, let's do some more. Cheesy wheel. Refresh, and let's go. All right. Oh my goodness, so close. Mangaroni. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you gonna bring over some mangaroni tonight? Hey, you know, hey, don't forget the gufali and the ganuli and the halala. Okay, wait a second. Let me see what we got here. Manganoli would like us to have some experience with a band. It's a progressive band, as I understand. Super cool and intricate song, being absolutely loving it lately. And this song always gives me just happy feelings. Have a fun listen. All right, guys, this is the band I Built the Sky. And the name of the song is Let Yourself Dream. You guys know the band? Trippy. It sounds like an open C tuning. Oh, not the poor ukulele in the dirt. Uke, you are my father. Love that all in, the piano, the strings, the guitar. What a beautiful track. Absolutely phenomenal track. The open tuning, like I said, I wasn't too sure if that was an open C tuning, but it definitely was open tuning. Here in Hawaii, we call it slack key. Variations of tunings, too, that you can do with that. It did actually had a little bit of the pattern of the Andy McKee track, which doesn't take away from what this track was. Absolutely beautiful, sounded phenomenal, great arrangements in addition. But there was a little bit of the pattern of that did kind of, I think, what's that called? Drifting or something, the Andy McKee song. But of course, leveling it up as well with the string arrangements. There was a couple times where I actually heard some pizzicato. At first, I thought maybe is he overdubbing a harp in the background there. But you know, that's the other thing about the open tuning thing with guitars, lends itself to so many harmonics that can naturally happen with the strings vibrating and stuff. It gives you a whole different kind of a vibe when you're listening to it as well. And the other thing is too, open tuning has a lot of lends itself to a lot of drone type arrangements. And when I say drone arrangements, all of you guys know drone arrangements is there's going to be a root note that'll play through the whole thing. There could be chord changes and stuff happening, but definitively there's going to be a dun, 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 going through the whole thing. So it lends itself to that when you have open tuning, because the guitar players will rely on that tuning to do, like, you know, tapping, as we saw him doing tapping and playing with the harmonics and stuff like that, ringing off into the open tuned strings. So great track. Oof. Shaka doobie doobies. That's what I'm talking about. All right, next up. More wheel of cheese, please. Please, sir. May I have some more, sir? Wheel of cheese, sir. Thank you, Mangaroni. All right, time to refresh. Oop, the wheel of cheese starting to get a little thick. Okay, let's go. What do we got? Oh, it looks like it's Meckelson. Oofa-loofa. Let's see what we got going on here for Meckelson. Meckelson, would you like to us to experience? Oh, we're gonna get. Looks like we're gonna turn it up to 11 here, guys. I think I've done one from this band before. I'm not too sure, but here's the message first. Hey, ya Jeebs. What's up, brother? Here's my metal wheel of cheese request from a band I don't think you've heard of before. I know it's kind of familiar, but it's quite headbanging and also some slower melodic parts as well. At certain areas. The singer also has a great growling voice. All right, I don't know if I've heard this band before, but Meckelson wants us to listen to a band called Overkill, and the name of the track is Save Me. Guys ready? Let's go. Pounding bass back there. Got that kit. Sorry, I was just looking for a date of publishing. Sounds like it'd be like the late 80s, yeah? Yeah, there's a bit of that zombie vibe in there. I get you on that, aren't I? Put that 4 on the floor drum though. That's a little bit more signature move of like the 80s, certain 80 metals genres. It does have a Metallica grind to it too, yeah? Out of nowhere, that pinch harmonics. You're right, it does have Megadeth kind of vibe. Except the singer's not going Dave Mustaine style. Bass is still cutting through it for me, man. I'm digging the tone on that. Sorry, I hurt Hermie. I think I broke Hermie's arm. Yeah, I messed up Hermie pretty bad. Okay, without a doubt, definitely had the Metallica Megadeth in there. A little bit of zombie-ish tones in there. The drums, though, the drum engineering caught me a little off guard, but I do recognize it, you know, being that late 80s, early 90s. I still didn't find when this was originally released, date-wise. But definitely in the back of my mind, I just don't know why, but I think it was because it was straightforward drumming. For some reason, I think maybe the tone and everything, I was thinking more a little bit of the Megadeth. 1997, really? Oh, okay. I just also, the tone of the guitars, it almost felt like it almost had a solid state vibe, but I don't know. Grindy ass track. And Herbie got messed up. I'm just saying, poor Herbie. Herbie mosh pitted, and this was what happened. He got all mental. Look at that. Herbie's legs are all backwards. His arm is all bust now. He's going, I wanted to be a dentist. Now I'm in recovery. Fucking Jeebs. Anyhow, this is what he said. And yes, it's Hermie. I know, right? Hermie. Okay, here we go. Spinning some more. I'm refreshing. It's actually Hermie, Hermie. You know, for the lore of the original. I said Herbie for the longest time. All right, spinning more wheel. You guys ready for more wheel? Thanks, Michael Zinn. Here we go. Wheel is refreshed. I'm going to make sure I got everybody on there. I saw somebody there. There you are, Lee. I see you. You see right here? Oh, you can't see my arrow. Okay, guys ready? Spin. Spin. Rotten Soundgarden. Let's see what the garden wants. Rotten Soundgarden wants us to check out. Let me see here. Oh, good. We're going to continue on with the Pineapple Polka. We're going to be listening to an Australian band. Does that surprise you? Happy Aus Music Day, Kados, and Mr. Jeebs of Hawaii. This one is one of my local bands. Okay, guys. SB, you must know this band. Hence Confetti. Kind of a cool name for a band. Now, the name of the song I'm probably going to get wrong, but it is a Duress, I believe. Rotten Soundgarden. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. That's weird, that one dissonant note back there. God, it's giving me Meshuggah vibes. There's that real dissonant screech in the back, but there's a tonal quality to it. Hits you right in the back of the earballs. Actually, I understand most of the lyrics. That right there. They're at, you know, obviously using some kind of sample or discursive ambient in the back there, but well, at least he's got good teeth. I don't know that it's over yet. Still has plenty. Oh, that's it. Kind of jellyfish is kind of cool. Smoking track, man. The thing that caught me right off at the beginning was the those odd notes. They were in melody, you know, but they were like really outside of the box. It made it really. God, I'm having a hard time with my words today. Dissonant, you know, and very knifey down the middle, and I really dug it. Actually, I dug what it did to the track. Also, like I said, it sounded like they had some kind of sample or something going around. I can't even tell anymore if it's samples a lot of times with these bands because they have enough stomp pedals to create odd, you know, ethereal sounds. And then, of course, you rinse it really heavy with reverb in the mix, and you can get that glide. And actually, I understood a percentage of the lyrics that was coming from this musician. From the vocalist too as well. So I don't know if I'm just getting better at listening at bands that have, you know, the darker growling voices, but I was able to actually make out some of that quite a bit. But it actually did also give me a little vibe of Meshuggah. I'm surprised I'm the only one that popped that up there. I thought it definitely had a little bit of that, you know. All right, so let me see. Super Loco's song came back, but I'm gonna play Oranai's song without doing a spin because it's Oranai's birthday. And so let's support that. And I'm going to find Oranai's song here. And we are going to, whoops, what happened to my form here? Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. Here we go. So obviously the first track didn't work because it was out of the country. But here's the next track. This one is called The Red Vox Song, Anaesthesia. Is about losing one's memory and a sense of self. Feeling disoriented and questioning one's feeling. So, okay, guys, so this is from Oranai. Happy birthday to you. The song is Anaesthesia, and the name of the band is Red Fox. Let's go. Yeah, that pretty much sounds like what's happening in my head right now. Has a little bit of a Deep Purple thing going, don't you think? I love the delay tail off with the voice, with a complete different effect. Pink Floydish right there. But I love it. It's really kind of abstract, trippy. Very flavorful solo there. So, especially that turnaround right there is. Thoroughly enjoyed that trip. There's no two ways about it, guys. Big influence from Pink Floyd. And even the chord changes, dum, dum, dum. You know, it doesn't matter. It still was its own song. It's just the influence and the vibe was that. Yes, and I also agree that surfer vibe thing as well. So feeling it. Feeling a couple things right now. As I took a small bite of that cookie. All right, so next up is now I'm gonna, so by the way, Oranite, happy birthday. I'm so sorry, once again, that was Oranite's song. It was a big happy birthday to you. So happy birthday and thank you for bringing that in. That was a nice little trip. I fully dug it. Okay, so now we have Super Loco's request. Remember, the first one, just had a bad a link there. So hopefully this is the good link from Super Loco 3000. This is Luiz Bonfa. And the name of the song is Amor in Brazil. You guys ready? Let's go. I love this, but I'm really intrigued on the tuned wood blocks. I love the bass work is just staying really simply on the eighths. Outside of the box, but this is great. I love the slap back on the reverb. Oh my God, that was such a great song, Super Loco. I got so into it only because this is whoops, the hell. Sorry. Mostly because this is the kind of music that was, I heard around my house a lot when I was younger. You know, most all of you know that my background, my heritage is Argentina. And of course, Brazil is right next, you know, Chile, everybody's kind of coming from the same neck of the planet, so the neck of the neighborhood. And there was a lot of wonderful Brazilian music that was played in the house. And this was mild, but beautiful, meaning like for as complicated as the samba can get and all that sort of stuff. The other thing that was really just fun to listen to was that great slap back in the reverb, kind of almost like a pre-delay that was in there that kind of gave you a little bit of that slap to it. So percussively it played into it. And like I said, I was kind of intrigued with the little wood blocks. And it did sound like there was an upright bass behind it, but then again, as I listened to the very last couple of measures, I was going, oh, maybe that was the bass, you know, the thumb and the bass of the guitar, you know, holding the bass line while playing, you know, that Joe Pass style. So Super Loco, that was great. I am glad you came back with that one and had us hear that. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. More cheese, please. Let me refresh. Let's go get us some cheese, please. All right, are we ready to fresh? Okay, we're freshed. A lot of people here on the cheesy showing up. Here we go. Ready? Stanky. Oh, almost, J-Mac. Brexter, are you here? Are you lurking? Let's see what Brexter wants from us. I know that was close, J-Mac. There we go. All right, well, Brexter, you won, brah. I don't know where you are, but you know where you'll find this music on the YouTube channel when I explode it. Brexter wants us to listen to some. You guys have heard this game OST, I believe. A few of you may have. I'm not too sure. There you go. Brexter's in the house. Everybody say hi to Brex. This is coming from Kingdom Hearts Unchained X or 10. 10 or X? I'm not too sure. The song is Dearly Beloved. And he's saying, probably one of my favorite versions of this song, prominent in the series, I believe it's in every game. All right, guys, this is from Brexter, Kingdom Hearts Unchained X, or 10. And this is called Dearly Beloved. Let's go. Oh, the frick, this new GUI. Sorry, I'm starting it all over. Here we go. So I felt that as a possibility, that chord change, but I didn't know. I was surprised by it, let's say. So soothing, yeah? Even though you have this kind of clockwork percussive going on back there. Sneaking in with that cello there. You know what was going on there? There was that really abrupt kind of, you know, the little runs of part of that arrangement. That was in of itself its own separate arrangement. I thought for a second it was part of a little bit of what was being played, and at the end of that phrasing would be that, but that was a completely separate part of the arrangement. I like the like I said, that clockwork kind of when the cello came in and the violin, it was very nice. I love the piano opening and everything, but I don't, you know, somebody had mentioned, I think maybe it was Ornai or something, that there was a leitmotif that was actually wound in there, and I don't know if that would have been a because I was listening, okay, so where would the motif be? I'm going, okay, it can't be the chord changes, but then again, it could be. You know, sometimes you'll identify your leitmotif. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be a bold melody. It could be a series of chord changes, you know. Yeah, I mean, but I didn't know which one Anford it would have been. Like if it was if that was the leitmotif, or if it was maybe a signature sound. You know, with the chords or something. So, all right, continuing on. Okay, back to Wheelie. Let's continue. Oops, cue me. Thanks, Brexter. Oh, I gotta refresh. I think I may have boo-booed. I don't want a revolt. Let me try again. Bada bing, bada bang. Okay. You guys ready? Here we go. Lesson's Muse. Let's see what Lesson's Muse wants. Lesson's Muse would like us to listen to, I mean, like some electronic music. Here's a tune that gets stuck in my head often for some reason. Cheers, especially for anyone having a hard time this holiday season. Oh, that's nice. He sends the heart. So, Lesson's Muse would like us to listen to Kings of Tomorrow, Sandy Rivera. And the name of the song is Dreams. So let's check this out from Lesson's. All right. For a second, I thought that was the singer from Stone Temple Pilots. Like, what? Yeah, the vocals remind me a little bit of Typo. Little synthwave vibes in here, yeah? Or is it me? I have no idea what I'm saying.
He went to a place where he lay to rest, holding the black bag close to his chest. I wondered what he had been hiding in there.
Dance electronic. tip jar.
That was nice.
But I am trying to pin a little bit more of the vocal of that. Like, where does that sound? What other hit song might have?
So I followed that man.
I'm in mind, I can't quite pin it.
He went to a place where he lay to rest, holding the black bag close to his chest. I wondered what he had been hiding in there. But so many people around him, I walked, I didn't care. In my dreams,
I like how this line now has vocal back, you know, in unison with it. Faithless. I like that part. That's a very interesting little addition to that phrase. Judgment. I like the sequence in the back. There's a little light. That's the one. That's the one. That arpeggiation was always in the mix through the whole thing. A little bit of that secret sauce.
in my dreams.
They muted everything but the sequence and the repeat of that background part of the end of the phrasing of the hook there. Two things about that track. Actually, a couple things. One is the string phrase that we heard there. You know, very India, Pakistan kind of vibe with it. And I really enjoyed that. But I also enjoyed that there was that ending part of the phrase, which was like caught me off guard, but I thought was very refreshing. Da na 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 na. You know, that one that went. And then when it came back next time around, it had the vocal on there. And then the other one was the intriguing part of the vocals. I was like, where have we heard this before? You know, I was thinking, is that the kind of? I thought for a second maybe it was like I'm too sexy for my whatever that song was. I'm too sexy for my boto, too sexy, whatever, something like that. And also it reminded me of another kind of song that happened somewhere in the mid '80s. Once again, I can't put my finger on it because my brain ain't working, so I don't care. Love the track, but the only thing that's bleeding in my head right there is the string. The string phrase is really sticking out for me. And also, I did, funny enough, right before it went into that drop mix, I was like, God, I really like that arpeggiation in the back. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I don't know how many people heard that. And all of a sudden, everything dropped out but that arpeggiation. So I thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's refresh for some more cheese, please. Lizans, thank you so much for that. Next up, I'm going to refresh this one more time because it doesn't seem to be... Okay, here we go. Guys ready? We speen. Speen. And it looks like... No. It would have been such a conspiracy. Oh my God, almost had a 1 a.m. conspiracy. Senor Rui. Senor Rui? Senor Rui? Okay, let's see what Senor Rui would like. Senor Rui would like us to check out. This one is, oh, good. We get to watch, I think, some live music, maybe? I don't know if it's live or not, meaning like if it's a orchestra. Once upon a time, games used to play opening demos or cinematics before the main menu ever appeared. This is one of them. So Senor Rui wants us to listen to the demo movie, which is the music from Final Fantasy 12. You guys down for that? I'm down for it. Let's go. And maybe you can explain to me a little more about the era of playing, what, like a little short film before? So would this be like the little trailer before the game starts? Really nice. All right, let's get it. Well, there goes that serene scene. Now we're getting in it. Wow, this is great music. Super cinematic. Great brass arrangements in this. A lot of emphasis on that. So this must be the good guys. I can tell by the music changing up a bit, being a little more, let's go kick ass and take no hostages. Kind of a motivational call to action here. We can do it. We're going to get these guys. Wow. So, from what I understand there, this is, I guess, maybe like kind of the trailer in the game, like the very first thing that might kind of play at the beginning of the game before you get underway and stuff like that. Very cinematic. What I'd like to know is that if the composer for this was the same composer for that particular game. The only reason why I ask is because 95% of the time the composer, well, not 95% of the time, I'd say 70% of the time, the composer of a film is not necessarily involved in the trailer music. They may use some of the original theme. Like if the trailer music for Star Wars was, you know, to pop off on a new one, of course there'd be, you know, some of the more powerful, you know, memorable thematic leitmotifs of the Star Wars trilogy, John Williams style, woven into it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the composer of the movie or the game does the trailer music. So, and also Amon said something very interesting, that this was just right after the original composer had actually retired, and so this is maybe the turning over of a new direction or changing the textures maybe of composition with this. I will say what I loved was the horn work, the horn arrangements, the orchestrations in the more battle-oriented section when the darker scenes were coming in. I thought those were great. There were some great layers going on there down at the bottom that were happening between, like, let's say the trombones, definitely some tuba work that was down in there. But the different textures of them, I thought, God, whoever did this is great. And at the very end of that phrasing, there was a really beautiful light turnaround that came out there. It had perfect cinematic vibe to it. That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. My impromptu-ness. All right, let's more cheesy. Dokie. Here we go. Thank you, Senor Rui, for that. Let's go. Okay, new cheesy. Here we go. Okay, it looks like I the Coop. I the Coop is in here on our wheelie. I the Coop wants us to, we're going to stay on the path of some Genshin Impact. Hello. This track is connected to my previous recommendation. It's from the same region, but instead of being the main theme, it's one of the 4 tracks that play in random order during the regular open world battles. Open world battle themes share a leitmotif, and since others have already shared examples from different regions before, you might be able to recognize it. And as you'd expect, the lyrics are in Latin again, of course. All right, enjoy, he says. So this is from I the Coop. Hello, I the Coop. Genshin Impact. It looks like this is going to be a live performance, so you know I love this. And the name of this particular track, To Light the Aeon Dark. That's what we're going to listen to right now. Let's go. God, those ghost notes, beautiful. Lovely. He never resolves that. That's the second time he's done that. Da! Doesn't go minor or major. He just lets that hang out there and let it rent space in our head. Great orchestrating. Beautiful arrangements. I love the dancing around the flutes that were right there. Phenomenal sound. God, thanks for bringing this back. We did, you won last time or a couple times ago, I believe. And we did this because I recognized the musicians. But we had a new addition to the instrumentation here, which was the, not a bagpipe. It's called somebody help me, from the same family. Yeah, I know. It's recent that you won that, so it's like this is very fresh in my head. And it also, once again, I do recall saying that, no, it wasn't a hurdy-gurdy. Those bagpipes were not your traditional Scottish bagpipes. That's called a... Oh, God, I forgot. Oy, maybe it is. Anyhow, once again, the style of music and all that, it has that flair of call to action, you know, from the Nordic kind of vibe, and also the kind of vibe of that band or that group of artists that do a lot of cultural chanting percussively in kind of this more mystic vibe, not Wonderlung or something of that nature, except this is a hell of a lot, you know, more intensely arranged and stuff. Something I was looking at though really quick, I was going, okay, these guys are definitely playing. But I just didn't see any miking. It was just the weird thing that I do to myself. I'm like, I don't know. Is it Hailung? Is that how you said it? Thank you very much. But beautiful track, man. Thanks, Ida Coop. Lucky you. Yeah, you've won a couple times on the Wheelie of Cheesley. All right. Well, it's good to always have you here, and thanks for hanging out. Okay, next up, more wheelie. We wheel some more. Refresh. There we go. We fleshed. Ready? We spoon. Okay. Who can it be? Who can it be now? Hey, it's Lee. Lee, how are ya? It's you. You dropped in to say hi, and then all of a sudden you won too as well. So let's go. Let's see what Lee would like for us to check out. Lee's bringing through Abbaccados right here. Let me see here. This is my favorite song by one of my favorite local Phoenix bands that broke up years ago. Enjoy and happy Thanksgiving. Same to you. And the name of the band or the artist, I guess it's a band, he said band, is The Sink or Swim. And the name of the song is Reason to Leave. Let's do this. All right.
Someone struck a note, made me feel alone.
The artwork is feeling a little Arizona-ish.
Sweet as semitones, I heard you're feeling low. I call you on the phone, bleeding from the nose. That's how crazy goes. That's how crazy goes. From my point of view, you seem crazy too. I will follow you into the dark. What would you say, pretty mama? Would you come over and I'll take you away from the things
I love the tone of the clean guitars.
I gotta know.
And this is a really nice hook.
Is this a reason to leave? Is this a reason to leave?
I love the playing around with the delays on this.
So we meet again. You say you need a friend to help you understand yourself. I got what you
Got a warm
need.
tone to the mix, doesn't it?
You don't disagree. I could make you
Even the snare sounds muffled intentionally.
unrequited love. You say you had enough. I can lift your soul above the ground. Jaded though you are, I'm faded just the same. Darling, let me take away your pain. What would you say, pretty mama? Would you come with me? You could take me away. Give me just what I need. I gotta know.
Yeah, the bass line's definitely carrying me through this. Yes, Lee, you're right. I listened to it again and go, oh yeah, it's an answer back, not a delay. Except there, that lead work definitely has delay on it. Or a super long pre-delay to a reverb that has a slap. I like how this gets really sly right here. Yeah, it's just, I love that that slow swing that it kind of kicked into. Such a laid-back track. Actually, the visual of this thumbnail and that track also, it played into it really well. It kind of reminded me of something that you would probably hear. What was that movie that Antonio Banderas was in, where he carried the guitar and he had all the guns in it and he was shooting up, you know, trying to find the bad guy, and it ends up being his brother. And there's that one actress in it as well that's very well known, the guy with the knives and stuff. Yeah, Desperado. It sounded like something this would have been, like perhaps Desperado, like some kind of a back, like in a dusty road with old, you know, town kind of vibes. A little, you know, walking down the aisle or walking down the street with stirrups clicking kind of thing. But I really love the track. It was really super laid back. And I was getting into the guitars. I was going, look at that ping pong on it. And he says it's delay. I'm going, Either way, it was very well done. And it gave a really nice, and actually it really gave a nice little change up in the stereo listening for me, because it did have kind of a very soft top on that. Once again, it didn't mean that the whole mix got edged out and rolled off, but I guess in the drums, in that part of the mix, however they mixed that out, they really kept an eye on the high end and really kind of kept it scooped. Not scooped, I'm sorry. High passed. High pass. Congratulations, Lee. That was a good one. You won. Let's keep rolling the cheese, everybody. Rolling, rolling, rolling the cheese. Oh my God, the cookie's kicking in. Here we go. All right, you guys ready? Spin. Who's coming up? Oh, almost had some Lisa B. SB. MP3 Junk 3Y. Let's go. Let's see what MP3 wants us to be checking. So MP3 wants us to check out... Let me see. Don't remember how I stumbled upon this one. Cool poppy punk tune, perhaps. Favorite lyric. They idolize self-sacrifice and demonize self-worth. And all the while, they'll just sit back and ask, why no one wants to work? Kind of like that lyric, too. All right, guys, let's do this. This is from MP3 Junkie, the winner of that spin here on the Wheel of Cheese. The name of the band is Durry with a D, D-U-R-R-Y. And the name of the track is IDK, I Just Work Here. I don't know. I just work here. I like that. All right, guys. Here we go. All right.
If you got time to lean, then you got time to clean, is what they told me. They don't own me, they just own the only thing that's keeping me alive. They swear that's not a threat, cause I could always starve to death. I guess I'll pledge allegiance to the page.
Love this guy's voice.
So I'll sign the dotted line, cross my T's and dot my I's. Say the customer's always right, cross my heart, hope to die. I'll turn my frown upside down, lock my knees.
Pepperoni frown.
Sold my soul for the payroll, just don't ask me why, cause I don't know. I just work here, I suppose. I don't care, you can burn it down. As far as I'm concerned, call it apathy. Maybe I'm just lazy, I don't know. But it's still me, myself, and I against the world. Maybe I'll win the lottery, buy myself a lobotomy, scoop out my brains, and maybe then I'll blend right in with management.
God, I love his voice.
You're talented, you need to make it. I guess I'll just pledge allegiance to the paycheck. So I'll sign the dotted line, cross my T's and dot my I's. Say the customer's always right, cross my heart, hope to die. I'll turn my frown upside down, lock my knees till I pass out. Sold my soul for the payroll, just don't ask me why, cause I don't know. I just work here, I suppose.
You know, I love that they've kept that guitar pattern, the acoustic guitar pattern through the whole track. It almost sounds like it's still in there. It's the exact same pattern, they just leveled it up to punk.
They'll say that's just the way the real world works. Everything's supposed to hurt. They idolize self-sacrifice and demonize self-worth. And all the while they'll just sit back and ask why no one wants to work. And we'll all have a hearty laugh and roll our eyes and catch our breath. And all together with our chest, send it back and tell them I don't know. I just work here, I suppose. I don't care. You can burn it down as far as I'm concerned. Call it apathy, or maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know, but it's still me, myself, and I against the world. So I'll sign the dotted line, cross my
There's that melody that's... Can you hear it? I like that as an arrangement, it's great. But I guess you guys are teaching me that a Durry is a cigarette, but it looks like that was also the name of one of the people there. Somebody, I saw the last name pop up there. Okay, so this track, what really resonated for me, first of all, was the guy has such a great voice. I was like, God, this guy's got some great sizzle, smokiness to it. I love the acoustic opening to it. That kind of caught me off guard. I was wondering what it was about. But the second his voice came in over that acoustic playing, I did recognize, like, oh, that kind of pattern it's kind of blinky, you know, 182-ish, something like that, or something of that nature, something in that genre. But I didn't know exactly where they're going to go with it until they kicked the dirt in there and more of the punky pop aspect of it came in. Arrangement-wise, one of the things that I said earlier is... like they had that, it was going a couple times. I heard it. I just mentioned it at the end. They had that other melody. I can't remember it now. Can't fun it. But there was a melody that was really nice that had this kind of wavery note to it, that kind of over the hook. kind of give you a little something to kind of latch onto in your ear, kind of like side salad. So, well, MP3. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, how about one more wheel of cheese? One more wheel of cheese rotation, because I am now beginning to detach. That ate half the cookie. I think I should have. What was I doing? Okay, wait. Okay. Wheel of cheese. Okay. Click there. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-doop. Okay, then click. Okay. I'm forgetting what I'm just looking at my mouse going over these buttons right now with the blue highlights. It's kind of funny. Is what I'm saying here. Okay, now let's go ahead and wait. Whoops, wrong button. Sorry, wheel of cheese. So high. Okay, here we go. The bing and bada boom. Okay, good. Okay, refreshed. All right, let's spin. Oh, oh, oh. Little panda. Okay, there we go. Just pressing. There's little panda. Okay, this one is called Wuthering Waves is the name of the game. And no message, so for those of you who play the game Wuthering Waves, this one is called Husk of Broken Dreams. All right, let's go. Husk of Broken Dreams. Very nice.
Come close, isn't it beautiful? The gown embroidered with these jewels of gold. Toast to death, the most generous liar. Let's drink up venom of fire.
Love that one note just hanging out in the back. La.
See abysses, lips are slowly moving. Hush, just let it
Note up there just hanging out.
Did you hear my silent plea? Did it get lost in the sea? I just stand on the cliffs and watch the winds and the waves rewrite all our blood. To regret leaves my starving eyes.
Bringing in some of that very unique in and out arpeggiation work back there. Giving you a little bit of anxiety. Beautiful anxiety, though. This is like perfect for the way I feel right now.
light from space is cracked. Right hand stirs clocks and bells to molten pipes.
Ooh, that sneaky little acoustic guitar work there, that's nice. Great acoustic guitar work in there.
Did you hear my silent plea? Is it rusting in the sea? I just walk by the shoreline, hear the winds and waves out of our lives, one by one, until there's nothing left.
I mean, outside of her beautiful voice, man, I just was loving that guitar arrangement. What a great track. Perfect track to end my stream, guys. I think I've crossed the point of diminished returns with that cookie. But I'm really glad that I was able to come in here and kind of do a kind of pre-holiday stream that was unannounced. I thank all of you for coming. And